showing you guys how to play Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond on my Zager ZAD80CE guitar. So if you're curious about this, I do have more information linked down below as well as $100 off. I want to give you a quick shout out and thank you to my patrons for voting on this song as this month's patron picks. So if you want a little bit of voting power in the songs you see me teach here on my channel, make sure to check that out. I will link that in the description below as well. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so to play through this song, we're going to need to know 7 different chord shapes, and we're going to start with our D7, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner series right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord is our G major. After that, we have our C. We also have our D major shape. Then there's our E minor. We've got our B minor 7. And then lastly is our A minor 7. And those are the 7 chord shapes to play through this song. Alright guys, so go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it'll make learning the rest of the song so much easier for you. And if this is a skill you're currently struggling with, I do have an entire Practice With Me playlist right here on YouTube where we go through this skill in real time together, so I'll make sure to link that in the corner for you if you need it. But once you have these chords under your belt, then we can go ahead and talk about these strumming patterns that you can use for this song. Alright guys, so as always, I do want to start you off with a practice pattern. This is for those of you who are brand new to playing guitar, or if you're somebody who struggles with playing guitar while singing at the same time. And basically what I suggest you do is to bring up the song and go ahead and play through the entire thing with a single down strum as you sing through the song. And you want to take this time to really just get used to what word you're singing or what syllable you're on whenever those chords are changing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's going strong. Alright, so that's just a quick example, but you would essentially want to do that for the entire song and just really make sure you know where those chord transitions are going to be happening. And this is something you actually do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box for you. But once you've done that, we can go ahead and add to it to do more of a full strumming pattern for this song. Alright guys, so as you can see for this strumming pattern, it does look pretty simple, but we are going to be counting this a little bit differently than you might be used to. So we're going to be actually in a triplet rhythm. So each beat is going to get 3 counts. So we have 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Okay? So for this strumming pattern, we're doing a down strum on the first count of each beat. So we have 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. So that last little beat there, we're going to play a down strum on the first beat and an up strum that's a pickup into the next measure. So all together it'll sound like this. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Alright, this might look super similar to a regular 8th note count, but because we're counting it with triplets, it is going to give it more of that bouncy feel that we hear in the original version of this song. So just keep that in mind as we count forward. But basically what you want to do is we're going to take this pattern and play it 2 times per chord for almost the entire song. So let's go ahead and start here on verse 1. We're starting on our G chord. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Alright? Down, 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 up. And like I said, we're doing that twice for each chord. So we've got G, twice, to C, twice, back to G, to D. Alright? And something that's really subtle that I'm doing that you might be hearing is I am going to be accenting my 3rd beat. So that 3rd down strum, I'm kind of just giving it a little bit more emphasis when I'm strumming. Down, 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 down. It does kind of help me keep a beat going as I sing through the song, so if that's something that you find helpful, feel free to add that in there as well. But basically this strumming pattern, like I said, is applicable for the entire song, but there is something that I wanted to show you that's totally optional, but I do think it kind of dresses up the song a bit if you add it in, which is at the end of the phrasing, we are going to do a quick chord change if you want to. So let's look back at that first verse again. For here on this line, but then I know it's growing strong, you can see we're going from our G to our D chord. But what I would do on this D chord is instead of holding it for the entire strumming pattern, I would actually switch to your C chord on that third beat. So for our D chord, we have down, 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 up, and then on the second time, down, down, C, back to D, down, up. All right, so essentially we're just adding that C on the third beat the second time around when we're repeating D. So all together when we do that verse, it'll go like this. We've got G, twice, C, twice, G, twice, D, down, 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 up. All right? Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Down, 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 up. All right? And you can add that to anywhere we're going to be ending the phrasing with that D chord. And on a similar note, another thing you can do is we can go from our C chord to our G chord back to C. So a good example of where you would see this is, of course, in that famous little chorus section. So on that first line of the chorus, we've got Sweet Caroline. We're holding our G for a full measure. Down, 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 up. Then here on the C chord, what you can actually do is switch to your G chord on that last 4 and beat. So we've got C, down, down, G, and then back to C. All right? So it goes Sweet Caroline. All right? Again, totally optional, but if you want to add that G on that 4th beat, I do think it sounds a lot closer to the original. So the chorus all together would sound like this with those added chords in. Sweet Caroline. Right here on that last little line, just do single down strums for each of these chords. To believe they never would, but now I. All right, so it just matches up with each of those words there. And then basically this strumming rhythm you can apply for the entire song. I think it sounds really great, really reminiscent to that piano that you hear in the original song. And that is the strumming that I would recommend for the song. All right guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to get this strumming rhythm under your belt. Even though it looks really simple on the surface, it is important to kind of be able to do that triplet count because it does give it more of that bouncy, happy kind of feeling for this song. So definitely pause and practice if you need to. I also started a brand new Practice With Me strumming series, so if you need help with keeping the rhythm while speeding it up, I would definitely recommend checking that out. I will link it in the corner. But once you come back, we can go ahead and put everything we've learned together, those chords, the transitions, and that strumming rhythm to play through the song. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Song with me? Yeah! Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy to play, so I'll see you over there.